9 Social Science paper. So the first question, the successor of Prophet Muhammad was Abu Bakr. Sarniya system was started by Srimantha Shankaradeva. Every year the third Saturday of November is Territorial Army Day. Among these, which one is the joint families feature its complexity? The ghat which links Hassan, Sakleshpur and Mangaluru, it is the Shiradi Ghat. The falls which is called as the Niagara of Karnataka, that is the Gokak Falls. Management is an art of getting things done through other people, was said by. See, the answer comes as Mary, but over here I'm not very sure with the answer. So, eighth question, the new economic policy was introduced in the India in the year 1991. So, all the question answers I'll be discussing in this paper. So, last question, draw the outline of map of Karnataka. So, they have asked Bidar, Hampi, River Kaveri and Karwar. So, class 9, why was Prithviraj Chauhan defeated in the second battle of Terrain? So, Prithviraj Chauhan lost the second battle of Terrain, and the major reason was that he did not have any alliance left among the Hindu community. So, after his defeat, Muhammad Ghori enslaved Hindus and destroyed the city and its temple, thereupon instituting a complete rule of Islam in the country. So, Prithviraj Chauhan, he didn't have any allies left among his Hindu community. So, that is the main reason. So, what is meant by national integration? See, national integration is the awareness of a common identity amongst the citizens of a country. It means that though the individuals belong to different communities, caste, religions, cultures and regions and speak different language, all of them recognize the fact that they are one. Who is the founder of Ahom dynasty? The 13th century ruler Chaulang Sukapa is considered to be the founder of the Ahom kingdom. Name the Indian naval training centers, any 5 if you write, that's more than enough I feel. So the first one, Indian Naval Academy, Ezimala. So Naval War College, Goa. INS Agrani, Coimbatore. INS Chilika, Odisha. INS Dronacharya in Kochi. INS Garuda in Kochi. INS Hamla in Mumbai. Institute of Naval Medicine, Mumbai. INS Kukunjali, Mumbai. INS Mandovi, Goa. Naval Institute of Education and Training Technology, Kochi. National Institute of Hydrography, Goa. INS Shivaji, Lonavala. INS Valsura in Jamnagar. INS Venduruthi in Kochi. INS Satavahana in Visakhapatnam. Helicopter Training School in Arakonam. So next question, what is socialization? See, socialization is the process by which children acquire the values, standard of behavior, attitudes and skills so that are viewed as appropriate to the culture in which the child resides. So why secondary economic sector is also called the manufacturing sector? The secondary sector is called the industrial sector because the goods in the secondary sector are manufactured or processed in different industries and then available to the consumers. For example, cotton from cotton plants is processed in the textile industry to make different cotton clothes. So 15th question, which port is called the gateway of Karnataka? The new Mangaluru port is called the gateway of Karnataka. It was declared the 9th major port of the country on 4th May 1974. Which districts in Karnataka are called as the cradle of banking industry? So, the state of Karnataka, particularly the coastal districts of Dakshina Kannada and Udupi, historically and collectively known as the South Canara, is called the cradle of banking in India. So the next question, the Renaissance of Europe is influenced by many factors. Justify. See, overall, the Renaissance was a multifaceted phenomenon shaped by a combination of culture, economic, technological, and political factor that fostered the creativity, exploration, and intellectual inquiry, ultimately laying the groundwork for the modern world. So these are the 2 marks from 17th question. These are the 2 marks. So you have to write a bit elaborately. Explain the services rendered by home guards. See, the role of home guards is to serve as an auxiliary force to the police in maintenance of internal security situations, help the community in any kind of emergency such as in air raid, fire, cyclone, earthquake, epidemic, etc. And they help in maintenance of essential services, promote communal harmony, and assist the administration in protecting weaker sections, participate in socio-economic and welfare activities, and perform civil defense duties. 19th question, mention the problems faced by the rural community. See, poverty and inequality. Widespread poverty persists, means it's seen, characterized by low income, limited access to basic services, and unequal distribution of resources. Income inequality between rural and urban areas and within rural regions hampers equitable development. So 20th question, how Karnataka's eastern plains have become rain shadow area. Wind and moist air are drawn by the prevailing winds towards the top of the mountain. So these winds and the moisture air are taken towards they move towards the top of the mountains, where it condenses and precipitates before it before it crosses the top. The air without much moisture left advances across the mountain, creating a drier side called as the rain shadow region. Name the gold mines of Kolar Gold Fields, KGF. See, there are 4 important mines in the Kolar Gold Field. They are the Nandidurg, Urigam, then Champion Reef, and the Mysore mines. Among these, the Champion Reef is the deepest gold mines, 3217 meters. Why Karnataka is called the heaven of tourists? Karnataka is often referred to as the heaven of tourists due to its diverse range of attractions, including historic monuments, ancient temples, lush forest, beautiful beaches, scenic hill stations, and vibrant cities. 23rd question, Reserve Bank of India is Bankers Bank. Justify. In India, Reserve Bank of India or RBI is known as the Bankers Bank. It is so called because it acts as a bank for all the commercial banks in India. RBI holds the cash reserves, lends them short-term funds, and provides them the central clearing and remittance facilities. So 24th question, what are the fundamental areas of business marketing acts as areas of business? So marketing acts as a catalyst in economic development of the country and helps in raising living standard of the people. See, it helps in ensuring smooth flow of the goods through the efficient distribution system. It helps to establish linkages between the business, accelerating economic activity, leading to higher income, etc. See, the question was, what are the fundamental areas of business management? Okay. So, the answer continues. Generally, the 6 functional areas of business management involve strategy, marketing, finance, human resource, technology and equipment, and operations. So 25th question, marketing plays a very important role in the economic development of the nation. Justify. See, marketing acts as a catalyst in economic development of the country and helps in raising the living standard of the people. It helps in ensuring smooth flow of the goods through the efficient distribution system. It helps to establish linkage between the business, accelerating economic activity leading to the higher income, etc. How are joint families different from nuclear families? A joint family is a larger family unit made up of both the immediate family and the extended family. Whereas in the nuclear family, you see it's a small family unit made up of children and parents. Nuclear and joint families are the two types of families that are prevalent in the modern society. So 27th question, what qualification should a person fulfill to become a member of Lok Sabha? C. A person must not be less than 25 years of age, must be a sound person, must not be convicted by the court with imprisonment of 2 or more years, must be a voter for any constituency in India. 28th question, list out the features of labor. Labor has some characteristic features. So they are, labor cannot be isolated from the laborer. Labor and laborers are indispensable for each other. The laborer carries his labor everywhere he goes. Bargaining power of labor. It is the ability of buyer to purchase articles at least price and that of seller to a higher price is called work bargaining power. A laborer sells his labor for wages and the employer buys by compensating the money. Inelastic supply of labor. In any particular time period, the elasticity of supply is inelastic in any nation. It means their supply can neither be raised nor subsided. So they cannot be made to order like other goods. Increase in wages may reduce the supply of labor. In the event if the wages are high, means the salary is high, the whole family members are to work for their living. On the other hand, if the wages are high, then only one family member may work and hence the supply reduces. Difficult to find out the cost of production of labor. It is difficult to ascertain the cost of labor done by a laborer since it is based on his efficiency, experience, and human moral. Labor creates capital. See, capital which is considered as a separate factor of production is in reality is the result of reward of labor. He earns property out of production. Therefore, capital is formulated by and accumulated by the labor. So, which South Indian rivers join the Arabian Sea? The major west flowing rivers such as the Narmada and the Tapi. The west flowing rivers are long flowing and drain into the Arabian Sea. So these rivers form the estuaries instead of the deltas. These rivers do not have any developed tributary system. How are black soil different from red soil? Composition. See, the red soil is primarily composed of iron oxide, while the black soil is rich in organic matter like humus, nitrogen, phosphorus, and other essential nutrients. 31st question. Economic factors of those days become the major cause for the French Revolution. How? Extravagance of the ruling class. See, worsening financial condition of the French state, faulty taxation policy. So these three are the major cause. So now let us look into the answer. The economic cause of the French Revolution were as follows. The ruling class led extravagant lives, means the rulers lived very luxurious life, and expenditure on luxuries by the king had no restrictions at all. No differentiation was made between the personal income of the ruler and that of the state. Thus, the large expenditure on luxuries strained the finances of the state. Successive French kings waged wars which led to an increase in the national debt, means the nation had to take loan. France participated in wars such as the Austria's War of Succession and the 7 Years' War and the American War of Independence. All the expenditure on these wars added to the financial problems of France. The debt of France rose to almost $8 crore. The taxation policy in France was faulty. The aristocracy and the nobility, which had the ability to pay, were exempted by the state from paying the taxes. On the other hand, peasants and common men were burdened with heavy taxes. Due to these reasons, the French economy suffered a crisis, triggered the French Revolution. So, 32nd question, explain the philosophy propagated by Madhvacharya. The philosophy advocated by Madhvacharya is known as the Dvaita Vedanta, which asserts the ultimate reality of duality or dualism. According to Dvaita Vedanta, there are two ultimate and distant realities, that is the Brahman, the supreme cosmic power, and the Jiva, Brahman, the supreme cosmic power, and the Jiva, the individual soul. So 33rd question, explain the administrative reforms of Alauddin Khilji. Alauddin Khilji implemented various reforms in administration. He abolished religious endowments, inams, gifts, lands and subsidiary. He made taxation from the lower to the higher classes mandatory without any bias. He regulated market so that the common man had the access to goods at fair price, means normal price. Separate officials called Shan-e-Mandi were appointed to ensure these regulations were followed in the marketplace. So this is a 4-mark question. This is a lengthy answer. So which are the important features of Indian Constitution? So the length, it is the important features are, first one is this is a lengthiest constitution. So it is the lengthiest and the longest constitution in the world. It has 395 articles and 12 schedules. Also about 90 articles have been added since 1951 and there have been more than 100 amendments. So second point is drawn from different sources. So the basis of the basic structure, such as the federal scheme, judiciary, governors, emergency powers, the public service commission, administrative details, etc., are from the Government of India Act 1935. Similarly, the fundamental rights are from the American Constitution, the directive principles from the Irish Constitution, and the cabinet form of government is from the British Constitution. So it is all resourced. So federal system and unitary features. So this is the third feature. The federal feature of governance are a dual system of the government. So that is the center and the state, the division of the powers between the executive, judiciary and the legislature, which are the three organs of the state, supremacy of the constitution, independent judiciary and bicameralism. The Indian Constitution contains all these features, so thus it is a federal system. So Article 1 of the Indian Constitution clearly mentions that India is a union of states. So therefore, this makes the Indian Constitution a federal system with unitary features. So the next feature is parliamentary form of government. See, the Indian Constitution chose the parliamentary form of government. In a parliamentary form of government, executive is part of the legislature and there is a collective responsibility of the Council of Ministers to the legislature. So also there exists major party rule and the Prime Minister is the leader of the country and the Chief Minister is the leader of the state. Parliamentary sovereignty and judicial supremacy. The Indian Constitution has the proper balance between the parliamentary sovereignty and judicial supremacy. The Supreme Court has the power of judicial review, so of the Article 13, 32 and 136. So let's leave this point. So moving on, independent and integrated judicial system. So as per the Indian Constitution, a single system of judiciary prevails in India. The Supreme Court is at the top, the High Court at the state level, the district and the subordinate courts are below and are subject to the provisions of the High Court. Okay. So next, directive principles. So the directive principles of the state policy in part 4 of the constitution intends to make India a welfare state. The directive principles are not enforceable by the court of for their violation. So rigid and flexible, it is both. So the Indian constitution is a combination of blend of rigidity and flexibility. Rigidity means it's very strict, and flexibility, it is very easy to be like that. So as a article, easy to be means flexible means it has some excuses in it. So like that I meant, don't take it in a wrong way. So as per article 368, some provisions can be amended by a special majority of the parliament. So that is the two-third majority of the members of each house, and voting and majority which is more than 50% of the total membership of the house. So then they can change. So like this, it is a bit flexible. So moving on to the next question, explain the social system of Vijayanagara Empire. The social life of the people of Vijayanagara Empire was very good. Although the caste system was prevalent in the Vijayanagara Empire, the feeling of untouchability was not developed. So women were respected in the society and they were educated. The Vijayanagara Empire was very prosperous. Agriculture and industry were the main occupation of the people here. The internal and foreign trade here was very advanced. So there was a lot of difference in the standard of living of different classes of people here. So now coming to the social condition. So caste system. Vijayanagara society was divided into many caste and subcaste. Brahmins had a special place in the society. So they were appointed to important posts in the state. So they also used to work as priests in business and temples. The rulers of Vijayanagara had great respect for Brahmins. They were not punished with death for committing crimes. Brahmins used to lead a simple and pious life. So people from different litigants prevalent in the society tried to follow the ideals of Brahmins. So Shudras were considered the low in the society, but the feeling of untouchability was not developed in the Vijayanagara society. So which was prevalent in the Hindu society of northern India at that time. So position of women. See, women were highly respected in the Vijayanagara society. So she was educated. His contribution in the field of literature was praiseworthy. Ganga Devi was a very famous scholar. So women used to actively participate in the administration and social sector. They used to get education in sword fighting, wrestling, and dance and music. Some disguised bad practice were also prevalent in women at that point of time. So girls were married at a young age. So there was a lot of custom in those days to give and take dowry. So rulers and other people belong to the upper class used to marry more than one wife. So King Devaraya too had 12,000 queens. So prostitution was recognized by the state and the government used to collect tax from the prostitutes. So coming to the diet, so there was no restriction in Vijayanagara Empire regarding food and drink. All kinds of vegetables, fruits, meat were consumed. Only the flesh of cow was not eaten because the Hindus worshipped it. Brahmins were vegetarian. Most of the people of the society were very fond of food and drink. The lower caste people used to eat dogs, cats, and lizards. Okay, Bengaluru has emerged as a prestigious advanced information technology center in India. How? So CEZs and IT parks. So Silicon Valley in Bangalore features numerous special economic zones SEZs and software parks, which are designated areas for IT and technology companies. So next point is diverse industrial zones. So the city offers dedicated zones for aerospace and biotechnology industries, further expanding its appeal to various sectors. So third point, uninterrupted power supply. Oh. Bangalore provides round the clock uninterrupted power to the SEZ and IT parks, ensuring smooth operation for companies. So the next point is advanced infrastructure. The city boasts advanced infrastructure which includes modern facilities and transportation network, making it conducive for business. So next point is skilled workforce. See, Bangalore is home to a massive pool of skilled IT professionals with millions of individuals possessing technical expertise. So next point is global corporate presence. See, top software companies in Bangalore including Google, Microsoft, Apple, IBM, Amazon and more. See, most of these top companies have established offices and headquarters in Bangalore. So, startup ecosystem. Bangalore is the birthplace of India's thriving startup culture, with thousands of startups operating in various sectors. Educational and training institutions. See, the city hosts numerous academic institutions, engineering colleges, and technical training centers, facilitating talent acquisition for businesses. Tax initiative. See, the tax benefits and export import duty relaxation are available for companies registered under special IT and software park schemes. So the last point is government support. See, both in Indian and the state government provide support and opportunities for startups and local firms in Bangalore. The Karnataka government, under the leadership of MB Patel, is spreading efforts to bolster IT growth in Bangalore through substantial investment of crores of Indian rupees. So, Patel's successful engagements at the World Economic Forum in Davos resulted in key partnership with major players like uh, AB InBev and NTT, so signaling a significant push towards innovation and job creation. The government's efforts and support affirm Karnataka's position as a global competitor in attracting investment and fostering economic development. So agriculture is the backbone of Karnataka is economy justified. So, agriculture is the backbone of Karnataka's economy justified. So, agriculture is the primary occupation of most of Karnataka's rural people. A total of 1,23,100 square kilometer of land is cultivated in Karnataka, constituting 64.60 of the total geographical area of the state. According to the 2001 census, farmers and agricultural laborers form 56% of the workforce of Karnataka. The major crops grown here are ragi, rice, jowar, so maize and pulses, in addition to oil seeds and number of other cash crops. Cashews, coconut, aracanut, cardamom, chilies, cotton, sugarcane, and tobacco are also produced. Karnataka is the largest producer of coarse cereals, coffee, raw silk, and tomatoes among the state in India. Horticulture crops are grown in area of 16,300 square kilometer, and the annual production is about 9.58 million tons. The income generated from horticulture constitutes over 40% of the income generated from agriculture, and it is about 17% of the state's GDP. Wow. In floriculture, Karnataka occupies the second position in India in terms of production of 700 tons of flowers worth, oh god, 500 million were produced in 2004 to 2005. Thank you so much, children. I hope you like the video. Please do keep watching. God bless you all.